So where I was just a second ago was I was going to show that numbers have a fundamental quality. Okay? Fancy language is it's a fundamental property characteristic of number. What's a fundamental quality? It's that there's no redundancy, meaning no duplication of any quality of the number, and there's nothing omitted, nothing left out. It's real important. It has to do with spirit again. Nothing, that this energy is complete. Okay? So let's look at that. Everyone's going to have to kind of lean over. Right here on the floor, I have the multiplication series. Okay? And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does everybody see it? Okay. Now, on the right over there, multiples of 1 is the mirrors of multiples of 8. Now, we have a thing that I'm teaching which is called the 3 family number groups of numbers. I might add that my end goal is that today I have that I hope you don't drop out and pass out by the time we're done, because my end goal is to teach you what an Etheron spiral is, and nobody knows this stuff but me, and so it's kind of my responsibility to cover this today, because in all my other talks I have not been able to address this because it's just too complicated.
First, can we learn how to see it?
Yeah.
So is this because we're pentadactyl, we're on the 10 system, and that's why the 9 times table works on our own hand?
Say that, you gotta say it loud, Judy. Say it real loud.
Does it have anything to do with, because we're pentadactyl, so we've got 5 appendages on each side of us?
Pentadactyl.
Okay, and the 9 times table when you teach children is always with them.
Right.
9 times 9 times 2 and 9
Right.
is 18.
Uh-huh.
You know, the whole thing with 9s. They carry it always with. Does that have anything to do with being human and being the creation and having the 9s with us?
The only problem is we don't have 10 fingers. Okay?
Oh.
The reason we don't is because my left hand, I hope I don't make a mess by getting it all over me. Okay, that's my left. And that's my right.
I could
What
relate.
does it say about palmistry?
Palmistry?
So you can tell a lot about people by their thumbs.
By the thumb? I love patterns, scrolls, fingerprints, stuff like that. You know, I love how this all connects, because it does connect all that. The reason you don't have 10 fingers is because it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that thumb would not be there. It would be over here, and it would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because these thumbs are opposals, or mirrors. You have an axis. This is your axis. You have bilateral symmetry, where the half is a mirror of the right. You know, in the science museums, if you stand in front of the mirror, it looks like your whole person, even half of you isn't there, though. Okay. So what I showed already was that by halving was powers of 10. Because the base 10 system, the decimal system, does not have 10 numbers. How many numbers do we have? We have 9. That's because 0 is not a number. It's an absence. Okay? It is the hole in the vortex. Okay? And we'll be seeing about that shortly. So, thus, any base system, the base 10, is always one number less than the number of that base. Thus, the base 10 is modular 9. That's an accepted premise in all mathematics. Okay? But what I'm teaching about is 3 colors. I'm teaching about blue. I'm teaching about pink. I'm teaching about green. These are called family number groups. Okay? A family number group, there are 3 of them, is always separated by the number 3 or 6. See the 3 or 6 here? Separating everything? And the 9 too. Everyone see that? The pink is all the same family number group. They're all the same color. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. And 7 plus 3 is 10 is 1. Okay, so you're back to 1 again. You're going to have 13, 16. It's just going to keep on repeating over and over again. What's important is where these family number groups are occurring. It's like a Mazda, it's like a rotary car engine. Do you have a question?
Well, I just kind of noticed something here. I'm an astrologer, so I got other things that each of the numbers signify, but I was seeing just in the Christian anthology, 3 is like the Holy Trinity, and then like the Father, Son, Holy Ghost, and the 6 is like the 666, like the Earth matrix. One's spirit, one's earth, and the 9, I guess, is kind of like the bridge in between them with a it's a Sagittarian. So
I'm learning from you. I've never studied all these things. It's interesting.
Well,
the connections are real.
It's a number for man. 6.
Yeah, and the 3 is like the
And-
Is actually
and
number
re-
for man.
Man doing a 666 is trying to be God, which is not.
which is a chemical formula for petroleum. The
It's
subscripts
also a
of
symbol for Saturn.
Okay,
It's
I'm
also
sorry.
the mind of the computer. So,
Exxon's going to get you.
no,
The Valdez is looking for you.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah. That's what we talked about.
Hmm?
That's what we started talking about yesterday. Remember?
Was the...
The 6 and the 9, how they're sort of.
How they all connect and relate?
Well, they're connected to 3, 6, and 9.
They connect through the invisible 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to really drill you guys on 3, 6s, and 9s a little bit for your information. You're going to really be put to work. Okay. So 3 is a mirror of 6. So instead of adding 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, we're going to do it backwards. We're going to go 1 plus 6, but it's going to equal a 7. 7 plus 6 is 13, which is 4. And 4 plus 6 is 10, which is 1. If I go forwards with 3s, I can go backwards with 6s.
Could you do that again?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13, which is 4. And 4 plus 6 is 10, which is 1. Okay. So 3 is one way, and 6 is the reverse way. Okay? Let's do blues. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11, which equals 2. Okay, we'll go backwards.
Yeah.
2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 6 is 5. And 5 plus 6 is 11, which is 2. So, I don't know how to say it right, but somehow these are like the furthest most extremes is how I tend to think of it.
Because they all go somewhere. The pink one's all.
She's having an aha over here.
Well, I'm just so happy because I knew this was just the whole time and I just never could figure it out. I'm the high too.
Oh, you
The
are?
pink ones
I'm good.
are all 3s, and the blue ones are all
You can use our favorite new
If you
Baha'i
add them
saying.
to what?
It's not aloha pa,
Okay,
it's
7,
aloha
Plus what?
apa.
4, 4, and the 7.
All right.
And then the blue.
Oh, right. They oscillate between 3
Right,
and 6.
they're
That's right. If you take a
oscillating
1
back
and a
and
2,
forth.
you get a 3. If you
So-
take a 2 and a 4, you get a 6.
So they all
So
are
they
2.
oscillate between 3 and 6 when you combine an adjacent blue and a pink, right?
He said it, I didn't. They oscillate. He used the big oscillate word.
That's the power
Yeah.
point. That's
Yeah. When
power.
you had adjacent 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 4 is 6. Yeah.
They are oscillating.
4 plus 8 is 3. Yeah.
They are oscillating back and forth. They're heavy duty.
Right.
Okay.
You don't ever get a 9, do you?
You never see the 9. It's always invisible. That's right. That's the power of this math, because we don't have it, but it'll show it by the angle and the ratio, the displacement. This energy here is displacing everything. See how the green here matches the green here? Okay, but let's not go that far
It's
ahead.
like displacement, like color. It's the way color works,
It
right?
totally polarizes color. This is the color wheel.
Right.
Right, and the music
Well,
scale.
I don't know what I mean, but I know that I've heard it somewhere where, it's like whatever color you're wearing is actually the absence of that color is what you're
Right,
seeing.
right.
Is that what it is all about? Kind of like that? Like black isn't really black. Black is all the colors.
Black, yeah.
Black is the
Black's
Black is the total.
White
or
is
white is
black,
the white, right?
White is the absence.
Right. Black
But
is
the
the
white
absence.
color
Like zero.
is.
But white, they always told me you can't have white. White
is
can't
being
be.
reflected.
Because if you
Yeah,
take the
but it's
primary
all if you
colors
do it with
It's
pigment
and
white.
you spin them, you
If
get
you
white
do it
light.
with light, then you get all the colors, but then if you do it with pigment, it's the exact opposite. See, black and white are really the same thing.
Or they're distinguished by their polarity, actually.
Someone finally explained it to
It's
me.
seeing, it's the becoming.
I'm an artist.
Right? That's some pretty art to share with you. I love artists. The Baha'i writings, they say artists have the greatest encompassment over mankind, not the higher learning Occident, but rather the artists will be the ones who will educate mankind through beauty. Saying is art is the best, beauty is the best teacher, and I believe that. Okay, we were brought by Charlie to the oscillation of 3 and 6, and to the PowerPoint. There's no escaping now. So we'll do it. 3 doubled is 6. 6 doubled is 12, which is 3. 12 doubled is 24, which is 6. 24 doubled is 48, which is 12, which is 3. Constantly oscillating. Never ends. Okay, only one or the other. That's called movement back and forth. This duality is called what? The yin and yang, correct? Okay. You have the yin and yang on your shirt there. All right. Do you want to say
No,
something,
you
John?
can continue it. I know you are.
So what you've done, when you have symmetry, when you drop you drop the top off, the edges off, you
What
do have
edges?
symmetry. The top.
What, the 9?
Oh, that's still.
No.
What top?
Okay, you see the point of symmetry is the 9 and down to the middle.
This is the axis.
Yeah, the
Well,
axis.
wait. The axis, there is an invisible line,
Right.
axis.
And there's your symmetry.
It's an invisible spindle. Yeah. Okay.
Because you're still moving off of. That's incredible. That's.
Okay.
I'm seeing something, but I'm not sure I understand what it's like. You've got the whole way that things are unfolded.
Yeah.
And the 9 times 3 to 27, which is 9. 9 times
Which is it all
it all-
respects of
that
the
stays,
axis.
yeah, that's
It
what we do
is. It is the perfect diagram of the way
Petrichor.
things are.
All right. Judy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be mean to you.
Um,
No, you can stay there.
I'm used to it.
How many parts are there in the yin and yang?
One part.
One part.
That's
You trying to play safe or something like that?
It's so long.
That's a good answer.
Okay. And how did it become one then? I'll take that answer. We'll go along that theme. I'll learn something with all of us. Okay, so we have this perimeter. It's called the world boundary condition. Is that what you mean by one? It's a whole, it's a unit. In other words, one is unity.
It's neither one or the other. It's the becoming and it's the ebb and the flow. It's the way, the nature of.
But you gotta be real detail orientated. You gotta tear it into its rudiments, right? You have to break it into its parameters. So I agree with you. It is the ebb and the flow, the alpha and omega, the beginning and end.
It's
Okay, which is
basically
right
the
there.
Mobius strip because
It's a Mobius strip, it's infinity. Okay. But the Mobius strip is the 124875 right here. Okay. I could have been doing a demonstration for everybody, show everyone what a Mobius is, but we're not going to try and do that.
Or you did that.
When I read the Tao of Physics, this is
Judy?
why I read that.
Judy, this is not the Mobius strip. The 3 and 6 is not the Mobius strip.
No, that's not what I meant. I was doing a configuration thing.
Okay.
Too.
This is
But there are
not,
three
the
parts
yin and yang
because,
is not the Mobius strip.